Elijah!
Ellen!
I mean, come on. How does this come? Okay, so you're smart, obviously. You've done other things that probably we should talk about as well, but we're just going to focus on this because clearly you've done something before this. So you're doing this project. How do you come up with this idea, and how'd you make it happen?
Well, it all started when my science teacher, also mentor, Carolyn Walling, approached the entire chemistry class and said that, hey, you can conduct research throughout the entire school year and enter it in a science fair at the end of the school year and win some money, do all the things. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I need to jump on that. So a couple weeks later, I was reading an article where these scientists made these really fancy stitches that could do all these things and use this very expensive technology. And I was like, well, the people who could actually use that and actually need it won't be able to afford it because of all this fancy technology. So I set out to create cost-effective sutures that change color when an infection is present. And hey, now I'm here with you.
So, is it like a mood ring where like, okay, so how do the stitches detect what happens? How does that work?
So this is where the science happens. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna understand, but I'm ready.
I'll try my best. So when our skin is healthy, it's naturally acidic. So it has around a pH of 5. But when our wounds are infected, that pH increases to about 8 or higher. So like that's as science as it gets. Okay, so
I got it.
In order to make the stitches change color, I need what's called a natural indicator, which essentially is a substance that changes color when the pH changes. In my case, I found beets of all things. I don't like beets, I hate beets, I don't eat beets or anything. But I found that they change color at the pH of 9, which is perfect for that infection. So I just put those two principles together and I created color-changing stitches.
Wow. You can make stitches out of beets?
Yes.
How did you even know that you could make stitches out of beets?
Well, like I said, I just put those principles together, so I can't say too much because I am seeking a patent for my invention.
Yeah, so yes, so you're seeking a patent so that, I mean, because people need these right away. How long does it take to get a patent for that?
So I'm not sure of the timeline specifically, but I definitely won't stop until the people who need these stitches actually get them.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that would be a no-brainer. Like, yes, here's the patent.
Right.
You know,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to say get a patent for this young lady.
First of all, I want to say congratulations because you are making history. How does that feel to be the first Black male valedictorian in 106 years?
Thank you. You know, I was happy to be valedictorian. That was an amazing accomplishment, a lot of hard work, a lot of support and love from people around me. But being the first Black male valedictorian in my school's 100-year history in the middle of Oakland, it was definitely a bittersweet moment because in 2021, I shouldn't have to be the first. Right. So I'm glad I was able to be the first so we can get it out the way and start looking at what's next and moving forward. So I'm excited about how it'll impact the kids coming after me.
That's right, you know. I'm proud of you, you know. And not only are you the valedictorian, but you're a first-generation college student.
Yep.
How does that feel? I know your parents are proud.
You know, my parents, they are proud. They also have really high expectations of me. So I got into college and I was jumping up and down screaming and they're like, okay, like, cool. So, but they were also happy. So yeah, you know, it's similar to the valedictorian thing, another barrier-breaking moment to where it shows that your parents don't have to go to college for you to go to college or whatever it is that you want to be because there's a lot of other options other than college. So.
What's your GPA?
Cumulative, like 9 through 12 is 4.73.
Ooh, you didn't get no Fs, no Bs.
I would not be alive if I had gotten it.
I love it, okay. Well, you know, you're not just a top student, but you also are starting a nonprofit. Tell me about it.
Okay, so the nonprofit I started is called Kids Cubed, and we're a youth-led nonprofit organization, and our official mission is to introduce youth to the wonders of science through fun, affordable, and accessible means. And, I could tell you the story, like how it
Come on,
started.
tell me.
Okay. So I have an older brother, and he has kids, so that makes me an uncle, right? And I have a younger niece and nephew, Isla and Amir. They're 7 and 9 years old. And I babysit them all the time. Whenever I babysit them, we do things like play chess or board games, video games. They love playing Minecraft, you know, regular kid stuff. But one time they were over in April of 2020. I asked them if they wanted to try out some science experiments. And they told me no, that they hated science. They told me they were bad at science.
Right.
And that was shocking because at such a young age, they had already lost that confidence in themselves.
See?
And so I went to my room, I got us some books, went to YouTube, you know, all that stuff. And I designed some experiments for us to do with stuff we could find around the house. We made a sundial with like a stick and rocks from the backyard. We made a potato battery with a potato, nails, and wires. And all hands-on stuff with materials you can find around the house to show them that science is all around us. And they loved the experiments. The joy that they felt is what I wanted to share with other children like them, other children in Oakland, where I'm from, across the Bay Area, the state, the country, the whole thing. So.
Oh, that is so good. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being an uncle like that, you know, because our kids need that. But so you show people that you can be smart, but you can also have fun.
So whose idea was this?
My idea.
Your idea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you saw that, this is obviously the beginning of the school year.
Yes, ma'am.
Just started. Did you know Michael?
No, ma'am, I didn't know nothing of Mike.
No, you just had you seen him getting bullied or did you hear about it?
So what happened was we was in the same class, like when school had first started, the first week I was still on a temporary schedule and they was making jokes of him and I was also laughing along. And then, like, once I used to just go home and think about it, I wanted to apologize to Michael, but I wanted to give him something in an apology.
Right. Okay, so then you talked to Antwain about this, and Antwain said, I want in, I want to help, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how do y'all know each other?
We play football together.
Play football together. Okay, so y'all are popular.
Not really, but
Well, you play football. All right, and so Michael, all of a sudden, these two guys that you don't know walk up and decide to give you brand new clothes. How did that feel?
I was surprised, shocked, happy, trying to keep a straight face instead of showing my smile. It was the best day of my life because I was bullied.
Yeah.
I was bullied my entire life.
Yeah. So you were bullied your whole life, and suddenly, out of nowhere, the kindness of these guys, and you didn't really want to film it, but somebody, just because you didn't do this to get attention, who filmed this?
well, we have a friend. He always have his phone out walking around recording stuff around the school. He seen us walking towards Michael's third period class. And he stopped, he was like, what y'all doing? And we was like, well, we ain't say nothing. We just pulled Michael out of class, then people started coming out of class. Then, you know, like 30 minutes later, we received the video. And I had posted it to Facebook. I wasn't expecting it to go viral. I wanted it to make a difference, to make people stop bullying.
Right, right. And it did, because it was viewed so many times by so many people. Hello, you two. Hi. This is fantastic. When my producers told me about y'all, we're like all so impressed by everything.
you.
So, Antwain, tell us the story. Tell us how it all started.
Yes, JJ and I, we started an organization called Photo Patch Foundation. And what it does is it helps kids who have a mom or dad in prison stay connected. So kids can use our system to send letters and photos to their moms or dad in prison.
So when he came home from prison, he was always on his computer, always doing this cool looking thing. And I wanted to build a bond with him. I wanted to do whatever he was doing. So I'm like, hey, Dad, maybe you can teach me this and, you know, I can learn it as well. So he taught me and it was just a great bonding moment. But as my skills got more and more better, I realized, hey, we need an app for this. We need an app for Photo Patch because I knew how much more convenient it will be. Kids nowadays are using phones more and more. So I built the app when I was 12. We launched it all for free, easy to use. We even got a testimonial once from a 5-year-old kid. He used the text-to-speech to use it, and he thanked us for how well he was able to use it to communicate with his parent.
And how many families, it's amazing, how many families have you connected now?
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yes. So we launched Photo Patch Foundation in 2015. In our first year, we helped 2,500 families get connected. Once JJ built the app, it skyrocketed. Yes. Within, to date, we've helped about 70,000 families stay connected, and we sent over 1 million photos to prisons around the nation.
Wow. You have a school where you're helping teachers teach students how to code.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually teachers. So Tech changed our lives so much, learning how to code and knowing how to build websites and apps, such a powerful skill. So JJ and I started our own online school called the Unlock Academy, and our mission was to help 2,020 people learn how to code by 2020. Within the first year, we actually taught 4,500 people how to code, and to date, we taught over 8,000 people how to code.
So what's next now? What's the next thing you're doing?
Yeah, so right now I'm on a mission to help 10,000 girls of color get into the world of tech and start their career path. Just for me, like, there's not much representation of people who look like me in the world of tech. And I know other little girls want to get into this world, but they don't see that they can do it. So I want to be that guide and help them do it and just start them off with their career. So we actually have a scholarship fund as well that we're raising awareness to help these women and girls start their career and just let them know that they can do it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
And you're seniors.
Yes, ma'am.
You're graduating high school.
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you want to do when you get out?
Become a public educator.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
You both do?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
So why?
So, yeah.
Why do you want to be teachers?
You start off.
Well, so my main inspiration to become a teacher was because for the kids, I want to be what I didn't see when I was growing up. So for me, because my father was incarcerated when I was 4 years old, so like not having that male presence growing up, and like that's really important. Like, cause the older I get, the more I understand things, and like having a father, even if it's at school 7 hours a day, that still helps. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for the kids, like that's what I would do. That's my goal. Like I want to be for them what I didn't have.
Yeah.
So.
I have to move this because, yes.
For me, I didn't have my father growing up, and so being a teacher have impacted me. My teachers have impacted me. One, Victoria Mayer's in the audience, and she has impacted me. And so I believe that teaching is the greatest way I can give back to what they have done for me. So teaching.
That's amazing. And I think that's what you said. I think sometimes what you don't have actually teaches you more than something that you have.
So true.
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is so true.
Yeah.
That is so
you
true.
look at something and you're like, well, I didn't have this, but I would love to have this.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So what would it mean to go to college for both of you?
For me, it would be everything. Actually, I will be the only male in my family that has gone to college without being a football player or a jock, so it would mean a lot. My mom, she went to tech school and she couldn't finish because she had me and then she had my sister. So this would mean a lot for me to show her that, hey, mama, we got it.
That would be
You're gonna
amazing.
Good. So for me, it just means beating the odds, you know, because like my whole life, it would have been easy to take the other route.
Yeah.
You know, but it shows me it's not what you go through in life, it's how you react to what you go through.
Yep. So you've been accepted to a college.
Yes, ma'am. A college Charleston. I'll be the first generation, like out of my entire family, like grandma, grandfather, mom, dad. 4 years. I'm telling you.
So
It's big.
You're waiting to hear.
Yes, ma'am. I've been stressing out for the last 5 months, but I believe in positive energy. So, College Charleston, if you're watching it,
Cougar.
Definitely.
Definitely.
We may have told them to slow the process down. We may have said we would like to let him know. So the answer is here in this envelope. I think your mother's going to be happy if this works out, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And if not, we really picked a bad time to have you on. Uh-oh. You're certainly going to... This is amazing. When our next guest was just 5 years old, she started her own business to make a better life for herself and her family. From Detroit, Michigan, please welcome 11-year-old Asia Newson. Tell us about your story, because we didn't know your story until we looked into it a little further. We were just helping the school. And so you started a business when you were 5. How did this come about?
Well, I have a company called Super Business Girl, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Super Business Girl.
Yep.
And Super Business Girl is a company that teaches children how to become entrepreneurs and empower themselves. But I also make and sell my handmade candles.
Okay, so how did you get into the candle business? How did you decide that?
Well, my daddy was a candle salesman, and when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I just kind of tagged along. And he went out, I went out with them, of course, and he sold candles, and he also made candles, and he taught me, and I love it, love it, love it. It opened up a lot of doors for me. It opened up a door to see you.
Yeah. So, well, you're just as cute as can be. So you learned how to make candles, and these are your candles right here. And is it hard to make a candle?
A little bit.
A little bit. And you make them, and you get the jars, and you put them in there. And is there a secret to selling the candles?
Yep. First, speak with conviction.
Oh, you know what? Why don't you sell me this candle.
Okay, excuse me, Ellen.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Good, fine. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm Asian, I'm an entrepreneur, and the name of my company is Super Business Girl. I teach children how to become entrepreneurs. Today I'm not selling my beautiful, beautiful handmade candle because I'm raising money to buy the things I need to expand and grow my business. And I need you to buy one of my candles because you will make a big difference in my business. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Wow. How much is that candle?
$20.
It's $20? Wow. It's pricey, but okay. There's $20 right there. I'll buy that candle. All right.
It smells great. Thank you.
Oh, that's lovely. Wow, that's so nice. And then you can just put the top on it if you want to keep it fresh?
Yep.
That's wonderful. All right, and so you're going to go to college, I assume. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, first I'm going to be a lawyer, and then I'm going to be mayor of Detroit, and then I'm going to be president of the United States.
I believe you. And when you become president of the United States, what is the first order of business for you?
Well, I want to open a big building where it's a lot of homeless people in there. I really want all of the homeless people in the world. I'm trying. But it's going to be a lot of homeless people in there, and I'm going to have a kitchen, a bedroom, everything that they need to survive in there. And I'm going to give them $150 a week. And they can come and go whenever they want. And they're going to be my best friends. And I promise I'm going to do that.
Why can't we do that? And then you started, you've got so many things going on. At 11 years old, you started a coat drive, right?
Yep.
Tell everybody about that.
Well, a couple of months ago, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous, but a couple of months ago, I had a coat drive, and I gave out 150 coats to the needy children in my community. And it really warmed my heart because I saw a lot of smiles on the little children's faces, and it inspired me to do it every year.
You are so amazing.